Hey everyone, it's Sean, and this is my unboxing and review of the Logitech MK320 wireless keyboard and mouse combo set. Alright, the first thing I'd like to do is to show you guys on the package, it kind of advertises that this product works at up to 33 feet / 10 meters. The keyboard will last about 2 years on one fully charged battery, and the mouse will last about 1 year on a fully charged battery. And by the way, there are included batteries in both the keyboard and in the mouse. And then it says there's low profile keys for quiet, comfortable typing, and then a compact mouse with snap-on receiver. And as you're going to see in a minute after I open it, it doesn't actually have the small, tiny unifying receiver. But we'll get into that. I think that this is a better set for people with desktops, but it is kind of marketed towards people with laptops. I'm not sure why. But let me go ahead and unbox it, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, lying on top is the keyboard, and it feels like something's loose inside. You can see it comes with some keys, and it looks like the battery door is popped off here. Let me go ahead and open this up. It's kind of disappointing that it comes in this kind of condition. Maybe it got shook around during shipping here. Let's go ahead and plug those in. Alright, they fit kind of loosely, but I don't know. I've had really good experience with Logitech products in the past, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, the battery door isn't even fitting on right. It feels like... there we go. I think one of the batteries wasn't down. Okay, so it's got these 7-degree kickstands, which elevate it just 7 degrees. As you can see, there is a picture button, mail, home key, music. Not sure what that is. The Logitech logo. Over here, it's got your play pause, forward, back, your volume buttons, a full keypad, and a full keyboard. And it doesn't look like this. It said low profile design on the keys. This doesn't look very low profile. Another thing this keyboard has is fully customizable function buttons. So if you hold down the function key, you can program all of your F1 through F12 buttons to do something special, and that's all with the included software. So let me go ahead and take off this plastic here, and you can see that has a nice design. It's kind of got blue highlights. It says MK320 here. Alright, below that is the looks like just some typical information. Okay, and down here underneath is the mouse. So let's go ahead and take a look at that mouse. I already have, let me get this out of the way, both a Logitech keyboard and a Logitech mouse. Here's the size comparison. This is the K270 keyboard, and I think this is the M305 mouse. So I'll go ahead and give you a side-by-side comparison of the size. You can see that this keyboard is actually much larger. Okay, and here's that mouse. Okay, so this one is black with gray up the side. Has a scrolling wheel, clicks. I don't know if it clicks side to side like my M305 does. It's saying pull here. So this looks like the receiver. And so this is by no means a nano receiver. This is actually pretty large. So I think this would be better used for someone who has a desktop computer. Okay, so as you can see, the difference between these two mice, there's really not much of a size difference. This, again, like I said, is the M305. One difference I noticed is that this one has rubberized sides, and this one's not quite as nice. So it just has the plain plastic sides. And you can see a tab here. I'm just going to pull that. I guess that lets the batteries start working. Let me go ahead and open. Yeah, you can see the green light just turned on. Let me go ahead and open this. I guess you hit the button. Let me see. Let me turn it off first. There we go. So you can see it just uses a AA battery. Okay, and just like the M305. So it's about the same size. It has these. It's got some plastic protecting the sides of each of the gray streaks on each side. Okay, so the next part of this video is going to be my review after using this for a few days. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys like what you see. Okay, so after using this MK320 wireless keyboard mouse combo set for about 3 days, what I found is that it's a pretty solid keyboard. It doesn't have that many functions over and above the very basic keyboard. Like I said, this one, which is I think the K270, is a very basic keyboard. I paid $14 for it, but I really like the look of it, and it's very small, which makes it kind of portable if you do have to carry it around, and it's got that on-off button. This MK320 keyboard also has an on-off button on the back right here, but it is by no means portable. It's a lot bigger, has a much bigger footprint, and there's a lot of wasted space, which is just, you know, plastic around the edges. This one up here does not have very much wasted space. So because of how big it is, it does tend to be a little bit more stable when you're typing. And let me just tell you, the typing experience is very good on this one. It has very solid keystrokes. And I don't know, there's just something that feels a little cheaper about this one. The keys move around a little bit more. This one, very solid. But it mentioned a low profile design on the box. It does not have a low profile design. I think this is just it's a typical keyboard. These keys, they're about just as tall as any other keys that you see. It's definitely not chiclet style, like an Apple keyboard on a Mac laptop, on a MacBook. But overall, I did like the keyboard. I think it's great for a desktop keyboard. Like I said, not portable. It's great to go along with your desktop. The mouse is another story. You know, I've gotten used to Logitech mice over the past few years. This one is probably the cheapest one that I've felt. It's made out of a very just cheap plastic. I mean, it's very responsive and it works just fine. And it's got a scroll wheel. I mean, it's a very basic mouse and it'll work for most people. But if you want a little bit more out of your mouse, you may want to pay a little bit more. However, for what I did pay, I ended up paying $19 for this set. I do think that it is worth the $19. It's definitely worth your money, especially if all you're looking for is an extra, you know, keyboard just to keep at your desk. And they do use the same receiver, so it only uses one USB port in your computer. So I would recommend it if you're on a budget. If you can find it around that $19, you know, $30 price point. If you have to pay full retail price of $40 or $50, I might pass on this keyboard and go for something a little nicer. But it seems to be a pretty solid set, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. And especially if you're buying it as a gift this holiday season, it's definitely a great gift. I think that anyone would be happy to have it. So that's been my review. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments section below, and I'll be happy to answer. You guys take care and have a happy holidays.